Hello, my name is Brandeice and I was the recipient of the Grace Kennedy UTech Open Scholarship in the year 2013.
Hey everyone, I am Kadeem Campbell. I'm Grace Kennedy Foundation Bruce Record Scholar. I received my scholarship in the year 2016.
My name is Zachary and I am a scholarship awardee for the Jamaica Institute for Excellence in Education. This scholarship was administered by the Grace Kennedy Foundation and I'm an awardee for the year 2018.
I am a through and through country girl. I am from the rural community of Dumfries, that's in St. James. But when persons ask, I usually just say Montego Bay to just cut a long story short. I grew up with my very strong and hardworking mommy and my 4 siblings. So that's the core of my support system. I went to the Wakefield Primary School, then the Montego Bay High School for Girls, SN Nunvederi, and then later the Montego Bay Community College. There, I found my love for chemistry, my love for the sciences, and that set my path onto university. So I applied for the University of Technology, but the reality sunk in that I could not afford school at the time, so I took a year off from school to work. But at the end of that year, I still did not have enough funds to attend university. So I applied for student loan and I applied for every scholarship I saw. One of which was the Grace Kennedy Scholarship. I landed an interview. In the interview room, Mrs. Mafood, she really believed in me from the start. So when she called me one fine Friday afternoon to let me know that I was the recipient, it was a dream come true. I was elated. This finally cemented my goals. This set the path. It made me have hope. So with that in mind, the Grace Kennedy Scholarship, Mrs. Mafood, and the entire foundation, they were a solid support system all throughout my university. Because without the Grace Kennedy Scholarship and without the foundation, my dreams would not be a reality today. So I completed my 4 years at UTech. I then moved on to complete my master's at UTech, and now I'm a lecturer at UTech. So life came full circle. The Grace Kennedy Scholarship, it gave me a solid foundation. I did not have to worry about how my tuition will be paid semester after semester, so that gave me more mental room to focus on my education.
I grew up with both parents, my mother who is a cosmetologist and my father who is a mechanic. I went to school at Meadowbrook High School. My time at Meadowbrook High School was good. I was deputy head boy there. After graduating from Meadowbrook High School, I always knew that I wanted to do something with either mechanics or engineering, due to the fact that my father was a mechanic. My dad encouraged me not to go into his footsteps. So while not following his footsteps, I still wanted to figure out how things work. So I decided that I was going to do structural engineering, civil engineering. So I applied to UWI and I got through for University of the West Indies. I started there. In my first 2 years, I was funded out of pockets from families, parents, and brother. But in my final year, when I really needed some financial help, I was influenced to get a scholarship. The financial background that time, you see, being the second sibling, you get to experience what was going ahead. So with my brother, I saw the expenses that had on my family. And, being around my mom and my dad, I was very close to them, and the cosmetology wasn't bringing in enough money. And being close with my dad, I'll go to the garage on a Sundays, on a Saturdays. And he was very open, very transparent with finances with me, and he's like, Zachary, this is your 3rd year, but to be honest, we funded the first 2 years and we just really we don't know how to fund the 3rd year. And that's when I seeked out for myself to apply for scholarships. Now, all the scholarships at the time, there was no one set scholarship that could fund my entire final year. So I was seeking scholarship applications one after the other. And I finally got through to get through with Grace Kennedy Foundation. When I got through with Grace Kennedy Foundation, that interview, it was inspirational. It was something that only faith got me there. And with Grace Kennedy Foundation, I am tremendously grateful because one of the questions in that interview was, okay, Zachary, if we grant you this scholarship, this is not the entire funding for your scholarship. How are you going to fund the rest of your tuition? And with faith, I said, you know, I believe that if you grant me this, it will be the stepping stone for others to grant me scholarships. And I just believe that if I reach this far, there is no way that I can stop now. So I just need a stepping stone. All right, so receiving this Grace Kennedy Foundation scholarship, it really set the pace moving out of university. Reason being, I had no student loans to worry about. All my tuition was paid with the help of the Grace Kennedy Foundation. I am now a professional engineer working for Peter Jerson Associates. This firm has always been my dream from before even starting the university. Being finished with school, I walked straight into a job which I'm still employed for, and I love it. I am doing exactly what I wanted, and I can proudly say that thanks to Grace Kennedy and thanks to God, I'm now a proud structural engineer for Jamaica.
Coming from the great Kingston College, and I took the guesswork out of it for you because clearly I'm already in my purple. I would say I grew up in a household where my mom was the sole income earner. It was myself and my two brothers, one of which is my twin brother. All three of us went to KC, by the way. And of course, I wouldn't say my life was the roughest and the toughest, but we had our challenges. So, leaving KC, my intention was to attend the University of the West Indies, where I'd pursue a degree in electronics engineering. So, with dreams of attending the University of the West Indies, reality surely kicked in because the tuition at the time was $10,000 US. And there was no way that on my mother's income we were going to afford that. Bearing in mind that my brother was also going to university at the same time. And so I realized I had to apply for scholarships. And since the Bruce Rickard Scholarship is for KC people, I mean, it made a lot of sense to apply. When I got the scholarship, I was very grateful because, funny enough, the interview I did for Grace Kennedy was my final interview for that summer. I think I did about 2 previously and I wasn't successful there. So it meant a lot to me. Because clearly, I wouldn't have been able to get through university without the scholarship. You know, in fact, I'd say the benefits for me were more than just financial. Of course, that was probably like the primary benefit, but there was a spiritual benefit, and there was what I'd say a benefit of interest, because at the time I was very interested in volunteering, and through the GK Foundation, I was able to, do work in the community downtown and volunteer at the lecture series, etc. Where spiritual is concerned, 3 of my main testimonies all center around GK, Grace Kennedy, being God's vessel of grace for me. As I said, GK was the last interview and I got it professionally. Whilst I fine-tune what direction I want to take my career in, I do web development with a local company called Incrementic. Big up the Incrementic guys. And I really just want to big up the Grace Kennedy Foundation for the work that they have been putting in over these 40 years. And without you, myself and a lot of other persons wouldn't have been able to, one, realize the goals that they set out for themselves.
I just want to say a big congratulations and a big happy 40th anniversary to the Grace Kennedy Foundation. Thank you for doing what you do, because just like how you've set the stepping place for me, I'm sure that you've done it for others and for more to come. So I wish you a happy 40th anniversary, and I hope that you continue to do the great work that you've been doing.
So I just want to take this opportunity to thank the Grace Kennedy Foundation, for without which I would not be where I'm at today. I'm the first person from my family to attend university. And so thank you for investing in me and in the lives of so many others. Thank you for your contribution to education. Happy 40th anniversary and congratulations. Many wishes for many more great years to come.